Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mind survives or mind is born when importance is given to two parameters. One parameter is the form or the shape, and second parameter is the words or the names. If we are able to be indifferent to all the shapes and all the names, the mind dissolves. So, first of all, we take names or the sounds. Names or sounds are with us. They are not with the world. When this object stand and this object flowers, when they are standing in front of each other, there is no interaction between them because for both of them there is no mind. And how the mind interacts? When any form is seen, then a name is given. So, this is a flower, this name I have given to this object. You call this flower as mud, it makes no difference to it because there is no mind there. Therefore, these two things should be very clear, name and form. And it is said in Vakya Sudha, one of the most beautiful texts, Asti Bhati Priya Nama Rupa iti Pancha Amshakam Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam Jagad Rupam Tatodvayam. Satchit Ananda, name and form. Out of these three, Asti Bhati Priya Satchidananda. Out of these three, the first three, out of these five, the first three are Brahma Rupam. That is the absolute reality. And Nama Rupa, this is the Jagat, the world. Now, next step. Where is the Jagat? Is the Jagat outside or inside? Where is the Jagat? Now let us inquire. When we are standing in front of the mirror, where is the reflection? Is it inside the mirror or outside the mirror? If you are standing in front of or nearer to the water body, very still water, no movement, and you bend and see your reflection in the water, and in the same water, in the same place, there is a fish. So there are two things. One is a fish, other is a reflection. We can fish out the fish by fishing net. Can we take out the reflection? Not because it doesn't exist. But we are seeing, man. Yes, you are seeing. So the question comes, where is the reflection? Is it inside the water or outside the water? If this is clear, now next step. We imagine that we are seeing each other. But the truth is not that. The truth is, your reflection is formed on my retina through the lens. And that reflection, that image, that is caught by the mind, which is bathing in the light of consciousness. And thereafter, we have the knowledge of the image. But what we think that I am seeing the object. Object may be there, but if an image is not formed, that object doesn't remain for us, doesn't exist for us. For example, I am sitting here, you are seeing me. Your eyes are functional, open. Suppose here where I am sitting, there is absolute darkness. Therefore, image will not be formed. But I am still there. Similarly, that I am sitting here in sufficient light, but you close your eyes. There also the image is not allowed to be formed. So what is the truth? The truth is, all our knowledge, all our experiences are imagery. Imagery, therefore imaginary. See, friends. Now, like the reflection in the mirror, it is neither inside the mirror nor outside the mirror. Exactly the same way, this world that we talk about, it is neither inside us nor outside us. Now, with this world, which is neither inside nor outside, what will you do? I want to improve this world. Something like, I want to improve the image in the mirror. You can do nothing. You can do something if it exists. Like if somebody is sleeping, you can wake him up. If somebody is pretending that he is sleeping, you cannot wake him up. And you need not also. See, friends. So, the forms are outside and the name is inside. Now, next step. If the forms are outside and they are not seen by us, but what is seen by us is only the image in the mind, and to that image we give the name. So that name that we give, that name is inside or outside? Again the same problem. This is what is called as the mithya pratyay, that which appears but which doesn't exist. Therefore, that which appears and doesn't exist, if we take that as real, who can help us? See, friends, to bring to our cognition this truth, our scriptures tell, there are two kinds of worlds. One kind of world is created by God, and second world we have created. For example, a woman. A woman is created by God, that is Isha Karya, created by God. Now, out of the same woman, the father creates a daughter, the husband creates a wife, and the son creates a mother. And who is miserable? Woman is never miserable. The mother, the wife, and the daughter is never happy. So what we have to understand, what is the spiritual practice? What is meditation? Meditation is only this much. Don't take this so seriously that you destroy your peace within. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world because it doesn't exist. From the time unknown, The rainbows have been always like that. There is nothing new. See? Therefore, here it is given. It's very simple spiritual practice. Idrushena krameneva yatra kutrapi chintana shunye kudde pare patre swayam lina varaprada. So when we make absence of the sounds or absence of the forms as an object of contemplation, the mind which is contemplating on the absence of name and form, the mind will disappear. Therefore, the technique which I told you, and I am very happy you are not doing it, listen to silence, don't talk to yourself. See what a difference it makes. You are hearing everything, but you are not getting disturbed because you are not focusing on the names or the sounds. So what should be the real spiritual practice? Learn to remain indifferent. Somebody comes, somebody goes. Very good, very nice. See, friends, the more we learn to be indifferent, we are closer to ourselves. Why we are closer to ourselves thereafter? Because between me and myself, there is a curtain of this mind. So I become as if divided. Be very attentive. I, the Absolute, and I, the seer through the eyes, I, the man, and I, the husband. So between I, the man, and I, the husband, who is in between? The curtain of wife. I, the man, and I, the seer. Who is between these two? The forms. Few years before in Delhi, one of my police friend asked me this question, Swamiji, this time I am so busy, no time for anything. And he is a very extraordinary person. I know him for last 15, 12 years. Never he has spoken a single word about himself. Never. Whether he is married or not, children or not, nothing. No health issue, no duty issues, no nothing. Only one thing he talks to me, only about Tattva Chintan. And then he heard or read somewhere Panchadashi. And thereafter he said, Swamiji, I heard your Panchadashi, one or two things, I want a whole set. So he took the books and he studied very deeply involved. So that he said, I don't have time, I am so busy. Please give me some homework for the whole year. Till you come next year, I'll work on it. I told you, okay. It was evening, 8 o'clock. I said, close the door, switch off the light, and answer my question. What are you seeing? He said, nothing. I said, don't answer a dumb way. Again, I am asking you a question. What are you seeing? He said, darkness. I said, is it final? He said, yes. Eyes cannot see darkness. How can you say that I am seeing darkness? So, first mistake. Second mistake. Switch on the light. Now tell me, what are you seeing? So he told, I am seeing you, I am seeing your laptop, I am seeing your shoes, I am seeing the water bottle, I am seeing the other chairs. I said, go ahead. He said, that's all. I said, is it complete? He said, yes. I told, I am seeing something more. Now what is more? The light. Without light, can you see anything? No. Okay, now go on seeing. What more? He said, that's all now. I said, still there is one thing missing. What is that? Electricity. Now what was happening? The objects have covered the light and the light has covered the electricity. Now how is this covering? See, the wife has covered the husband, therefore man is hidden behind the husband. Now what will be the spiritual practice? See? So when he switched on the light, he said, I am seeing the objects. So when he was focusing on the object, he has missed the vision. Without the vision, he cannot see the objects. And when he is focusing on his vision, he has missed the mind. And when we become overpowered by our emotions, we miss the wisdom, the seat, intellect. And when we become only theoretical wise person, erudite scholars, we miss ourselves. These are the various layers on our being. Therefore, yesterday I told you, when you are sitting, drop the objects, come to the sense organs. Drop the sense organs, come to the mind. Drop the mind, come to the intellect. Drop the intellect, come to the life principle. Drop the life principle, come to your individual energy, what is called Kundalini. Drop that and surrender at the feet of the will of the Lord. Thereafter, you disappear, he takes over. This is not Shushka Vedanta. See, friend. In Shushka Vedanta, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not. How can you? Yes, I am not that body. You are a body. Oh, I thought. See, friends. So, idrushena kramena, in this manner, kramena, yatra kutrapi chintana, whatever you are seeing or experiencing, what is that? Shunye. Make absence as an object of contemplation. First. Or the forms, sit in your room, switch off, absolute darkness, nothing can be seen, keep your eyes open. Because there is nothing to see, a seer is not born, but the seeing is happening. So that seeing where seer-seen difference is not created, that is the truth. Therefore, udasinavadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. We have to learn to be indifferent. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new. The fight between husband and wife is always like that. So what is to be done? Instead of thinking of separation and getting married again, we should have wisdom. It is easier to deal with the known enemy than to deal with the unknown friend. But we keep on reacting in life. See, friends. Now, in the 11th dharana, it was said, Kapalantar manonyasya tishtan militalochanaha kramena manasodaryat lakshaye lakshamuttamam. Now, this particular dharana, yesterday we have seen a little bit. When you sit with quiet, eyes closed, then don't pull yourself forcibly, but learn to remain indifferent about everything with a closed eyes. Now the eyes and the knowledge is only in the head. So slowly, our awareness about the rest of the body will start reducing. And then we come within our head. Now there also, you will start getting some kind of experiences, such as you may get a tickling here in the Agya Chakra. You may start getting the heaviness in the head. You may start getting some kind of thing on the top, the crown. These are all the things which happen, but they are the play of Maya, Prakriti, or Kundalini, or mind. We have to learn to be indifferent. Friends, the real meditation is remaining indifferent. Don't react to anything in this world. Like the space is in meditation. Space supports everything, but doesn't get influenced by anything. Not getting influenced by anything is said in other words, remain indifferent. Slowly and steadily, we learn this art. And if we really mean business on the spiritual path, then what will happen? 9 o'clock TV prime show will never be on in your house. All the Rakshasas come there, and the super Rakshas keeps on arguing, and you keep on. Before going to sleep, you see horror movies, and then sleep. Do you think Bhagavan Krishna will come in your dream? If you have eaten, let us say, dhokla and vomit, laddu will not come out, dhokla only will come out. In the same manner, what kind of food we give to our mind? And then that only comes, and we get disturbed. See, friends. Therefore, kapalantar manonyasya tishtan militalochanaha. You are quiet, your mind has fully come within. Now it's not going outside. Be attentive. This place I was told it's a Karnavati. Karna means ears. The whole world enters in us through the ears. Bhagwan also enters in us through the ears. We are in Karnavati. Every garbage also enters through the ears. Close it. See? Therefore, you may close your eyes, sit down, all other objects are stopped. Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, 4 of them. Touch, then form, taste and smell, you can stop them by closing. But you can't close your ears. The sounds will still be coming. Therefore, kramena manaso dardhyat. Now what is to be done therefore? After you sit quiet, then slowly, everything we learn to be indifferent. Somewhere scratching comes. There is nothing actually, but simply no need. And if you be told it, let there be scratching, forget about it. Who cares? The scratching will disappear. This is how the mind survives. And when we train the mind to be indifferent, then slowly the mind dissolves in the consciousness. So, kramena manaso dharnyat lakshayet laksham uttamam. Then uttamam laksha. What is the ultimate, the best is your own being. Be attentive. If you want to see your own eyes, whether they are functional or not, what do you have to do? You have to learn to be indifferent to the colors and forms. But if we get lost in the colors and forms, we are going away from our eyes. So what is the highest thing in our life? Our own being. When the sounds come, we hear, we become hearer, we go away from us. When sounds come, they are heard, be attentive. I am not telling we are hearing. Sounds come, they are heard, but we don't become hearer. How it is possible? What are you doing now? I am talking for last 27 minutes. Have you heard all the 27 minutes? Huh? Even this is not heard. Because the mind has already gone somewhere. Therefore, the simplest technique is, as you listen to satsang, listen to the world. Otherwise, how many times we have heard you are Brahman? Ah, I am not Brahman. Somebody, you are a Bevakoof. Ah, how do you know I am Bevakoof? These are very simple things, friends, not difficult. Meditation is not a torture. It is not a struggle. Spiritual life is not a punishment. Therefore, kramena manaso dharnyat. Make your mind strong enough that it will not react to anything. Seeing by the eyes is not a problem. See, there are two aspects of our mind. One aspect is perception. Second aspect is projection followed, rather perception followed by projection. Like perception, this is a flower. No problem. But then, is it real or is it fake? Oh, it is fake. Samsara is created. A boy looks at the girl and goes ahead, no problem. He looks at the girl and starts projection. Why she is here? Is it God's will? God has got better things to do. But then his mind will start and be very attentive. And then this projection begins so much deep and violently that we get carried away by that thought flow. There was one Bengali boy in Delhi many years before, must be 30, 35 years before. I met him recently in New Zealand. When he was in class, I think BSc second year, he could not go beyond BSc second year. 2 years, 3 years he failed. Very intelligent boy, but he failed. And as a result, at home, every day, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. And the mother of that boy, she came and told him, Swamiji, in our house it is a hell. When my husband and my son, they come together, They start shouting at each other and I have to go out. I don't know what to do with it. I said, okay, you send him to me. We'll have a nice talk. He came. Then I said, hey, what is the score? Some cricket match was going on. Some movie talks here and there. Slowly he became relaxed. And then he himself asked me, Swamiji, I got a problem. I said, what is the problem? Then he said, my problem is, when I am going, suppose by a bus or anywhere, I look at some girl and I start following her. And I can't stop myself. Till she reaches her house, as if I am taking her to her home. Then I wait outside whether she'll come after some time. Even in the examination, when I am writing exam, I look at some girl, stops. What should be done? So what was his problem? His problem was, once the mind started projecting, the thought flow became so strong that he is carried away. He has forgotten. He is in the examination hall. He has to write the answers. This is exactly happens with all of us. See? Then what is to be done? I said, I'll tell you, but I don't like arguments and logic. Are you ready? He said, yes. I'm really fed up. My father doesn't understand this. I said, he's already tied with your mother. How can he understand? Then I took him in nearby Shiva temple. Then I told him, I said, just do what I'm telling you. Don't argue. Okay? So we sat inside that sanctum, little place. I said, now chant after me. And I told him, now we will chant Mrityunjay Mahamantra. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritahat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe. Slowly, slowly, I sat with him and chanted. I said, now, next 16 days, you have to come every day here and chant this mantra 108 times. And on the 17th day, if it is a Monday or wait for the Monday to come, that day do puja and give dakshina to Panditji. He did it. As if some magic has to happen. Completely change. Very bright, intelligent student. He did his graduation, post-graduation in computer science. That time it was new. He got a very good job. So when he came and met me there, I said, "Kahan gayi wo ladki?" Swamiji, it is gone now. Now I am totally free of that. So what was the problem? This thought flow he could not arrest. When you keep on chanting Lord's name, slowly this thought flow is arrested. Thoughts are not the problem. The momentum gathered by the thoughts, that creates the problem. River, water is not the problem. But when the waters have become floods, and they are flowing very fast, then the problem comes. Recognize this. Are we getting carried away by our own thought flow? And after some time, it becomes our habit. We keep on imagining, he did like that, he did like that. This is how the misunderstanding between husband and wife comes. One day, in one place, I won't tell you the name, place and people, the wife was very disturbed. So she told me, she sent her husband out. She said, I want to talk to you, Swamiji, you should not be here, go away. So he went. And then she said, Swamiji, I am observing in his phone, there are many messages coming from the girls. What is this? I said, messages. Why they are coming? I said, I am not sending, you are those girls. No, there is something there. I said, then what to do? Tell me. You tell him. I said, no, call him. No, not now, later. I said, all right. Then I told him, hey, some gadbadi. Swamiji, I get messages because I am working and those are the people who are working for me. So I have to communicate. And she keeps on doubting and fed up of her. What should I do? I said, first of all, you must congratulate yourself. Why? You got such a lovely wife that she loves you so much that she cannot imagine you even looking at a picture of a girl. So that is an expression of love. Is it? I said, yes. He fell in love. See, friends, whatever we give importance, that only troubles us. Therefore, this importance is gathered when a momentum is gathered by the thoughts which are flowing one after another about the same thing again and again and again. So when you are chanting the Lord's name again and again, this earlier flow of thoughts is arrested and your mind is liberated from the old habit of unwanted thinking. And that is why chanting the Lord's name is essential in life. Instead of doing this, we take to drinks, drugs, pills or pillow. It will not help. So, Kapalantargato manonyasya tishtan militalochana kramena manaso dardhya. Thus, make your mind with firm resolution that all that I have to do is arrest the thought flow. And to arrest the thought flow, the technique is remain indifferent. What is remaining indifferent? Be attentive. With body, we do two things. We work by the body and we work on the body. Working by the body is we go and work and earn our bread and butter, do business. Working by the body. Working on the body, we do yoga, we do exercise, we go for walk, we do jogging. Working on the body. Same principle to the mind. We work by the mind, but we don't work on the mind. What is working by the mind? Default settings. Whatever the mind is thinking is right. See, this is how misunderstanding happens. I know he is very irresponsible. I'll tell you my experience. Many years before it happened, somebody called me for lunch. Those days where I was staying in Calcutta, there was no arrangement for food, so I had to go and eat in the hotel. So when somebody called me, I was very happy. At least now I am going to get good food. Therefore, from morning I observed fast. So I can dabao khana. Then I was pretty young. So at about 12:30, the person who called me for, he came. I was very happy. He was talking about everything here and there. Finally he said, Swami, excuse me, I have to go, I got some work. And he went and I am hungry. Then I had to go to the hotel and eat. Now that time, my mind I was watching. Becoming so angry, agitated and all that. But what can I do? But I was disturbed. Then again after some few days, he again invited me for food. That time I had decided I'll never go to his house. But when he again invited, then I started thinking. I said, if he had malintentions that time, he will not call me now. Maybe he has forgotten. And when I took this stand, maybe he has forgotten. It happens. I went to take food and all that. And then I told him, last time, oh Swamiji, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I came to your place to invite you for the food and I forgot. But once you get into this misunderstanding mode, you are destroyed. And this misunderstanding mode is a flow of thoughts. Arrest it. So, kramena manaso dharanyat, kramena, slowly and steadily things will happen. See, many of us suffer because of one thing. Spiritual life is not a military drill. Sit in a posture, meditation. No. Sometimes, if the mind is not available, never mind. Do cleaning of your place. That is meditation. Enjoy. Keep on humming. Keep on singing. Keep on chanting Lord's name. So, you clean your temple at least once in 5 years. Many houses I go, you look at their temple, so dirty. Every day you must take out all the gods, wash them properly with the water and the milk and the water and the yogurt and water and the honey. In this manner, give them bath. You may not take, but at least give them bath. Dirty fellows. And they are devotees. This is what is meditation. In every experience and expression of life, be at peace and cheerful. But we are all the dirty things around and meditation. Nothing, that is not meditation. So sometimes, if the mind is not available, never mind. Then clean around. If that is not required, then walk. If that is not required, read something. If that is not possible, wash your clothes. Washing clothes is my regular spiritual practice, not your clothes, my clothes. That keeps you occupied. In this manner, kramena, slowly and steadily, you will get the knack how to come out of this thought flow which we have created. Kramena manaso dharanyat lakshayet laksham uttamam. And what is the uttama laksha? Uttama laksha is only one. You are at peace with yourself 24/7. Nothing should disturb us in this world. Nothing. And this can happen only through wisdom. And what is the wisdom? Whatever we have given importance to, that alone is the source of disturbances for us. One day in Mumbai, when my lectures were to start, they introduced me. Like here they introduce. All what they say is rubbish. Nothing is there. But then I had to listen. So, my introduction was given very peculiar way. Now our Swamiji has come, relax. So what is this introduction? So afterwards I say, what is kind of introduction? Swamiji, earlier there was one Mahatmaji, he was giving wonderful talks, but he was so angry and so much. Anybody coming half a second late, he will burst on him. If somebody, elderly person wants to go out in between, he will look at him as if he wants to eat alive. But how come you don't get disturbed? I said, I don't get disturbed because that is my meditation. Friends, if you are learning a car driving on a football ground, and while driving on a football ground, you find out a tree and commit an accident. Now such a person, will he be able to drive on the Ahmedabad roads? In the same manner, while dealing in the outer world, you can't stop reacting. Then, when you sit quiet, will you be able to stop reacting to your mind? See, friends, so whatever we have given importance, Give importance to the children, you will be disturbed. Give importance to the cleanliness, you will be disturbed. Give importance to the discipline, you will be disturbed. Give importance to punctuality, you will be disturbed. Important is we are at peace with ourselves. Those who get disturbed because of others, they are the fools of the highest order. Whether you listen or you sleep, how does it matter for me? For me, I got the opportunity, I can contemplate loudly and get out. I am benefited. Whether you are, who cares? See, friends, Kramena, thus slowly and steadily we will be able to achieve. So what is the Uttamam for us? Only one thing. Let the mind dissolve in consciousness. दर्शन दो भगवान मुझे कैटरेक्ट हो रहा है, forget about it. Let him express through us. It's suffocating inside. Now the 12th Dharana, Madhya Nadi, Madhya Samstha, Visa Sutra Bharupaya, Dhyatantar Vyomaya Devya, Taya Deva Prakashate. You must have heard these three nadis, Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Now, it is said, Sushumna nadi is in the center. So what we understand, okay, there are three of them. Ida, right, Pingala and center Sushumna. No. That is not the meaning. Then, when the Ida Pingala, when the breathing in the left and right nostril is 100% balanced, and the balance is Nasabhyantara Charino. The breathing happens within the space in the nostrils. It even doesn't come out. So slow and so shallow. That state of breathing is called as Sushumna. Now in that Sushumna, because the mind and the breathing has become so quiet and quiet and quiet, there is, it is said here, Dhyatantar Vyomaya Devya. So in that Sushumna Nadi, in the center, there is emptiness. Example is given here, Bisa Sutrava Rupaya. Bisa Sutrava Rupaya means like the stem of a lotus. If you have seen the lotus stem, it is inside, it is empty, tubular. So in the same manner, when your breathing is extremely slow, shallow, nasabhyantara charino, to that extent your mind is slowly withdrawing from the body identification. Three qualities of the breathing. When the breathing is slow and shallow, the process of body disidentification has begun. When the breathing is deep, then the process of going into sleep has begun. When the breathing is fast, the process of body identification has begun. So three things. Therefore, when you are contemplating on something very subtle, automatically all the movements of your body come to a standstill. Your breathing becomes slow and shallow. And when you come to this, then the only object we can contemplate is the absence. Then the waking is absent, the dream is absent, the deep sleep is absent, the samadhi is absent. That which exists in the absence of everything is beyond presence and absence. मध्य नाड़ी मध्य संस्था विष सूत्रा भरूपया ध्यातांतर व्योमया देव्या. So antar vyomaya, the inner emptiness. Because when this prana energy is slowly quietened, it is helping the mind to dissolve in the consciousness. It is something like, if there are very strong winds flowing on the surface of the ocean, there will be too many waves. And when the winds cool down, slowly the waves die away. And when there are no winds at all, then the surface of the ocean is absolutely quiet. So, where the waves have gone, have they died? Are they destroyed? They have gone back. Exactly. All the thoughts, because of reaction with the world, because of the winds of desire, when these things are slowly reduced, no more desire, no more heavy breathing, no more agitation, nothing to achieve, nothing to protect. In this whole psychological adjustment, slowly the mind starts remaining quieter. To that extent, our breathing also becomes slow and shallow. When we observe all these things slowly, the mind is now ready to dissolve in consciousness. When the mind dissolves in consciousness, what happens is, the importance to the objective world is reduced. Like when we go to sleep, there also the mind is dissolving in the consciousness. Upanishad says, Ahar Ahar Brahma Gamayati. Every day when we go to sleep, the mind goes back to the reality. But we don't know. Therefore, we are still ignorant. We end up in Prakriti. So, Dhyatantar Vyomaya Devya Taya Deva Prakashate. And then that which is existing in the absence of everything, that eternal presence is eternally available to us. It is not created. It is allowed to manifest. See, like the colors and forms, they hide the vision. How they hide the vision? When we give too much importance to colors and forms, we are far away from our vision. Then, next step. One mother, she was trying to read, could not read properly, so she was doing extending her hand and trying to focus properly. So the children, Mom, you are becoming very stylish these days, reading, doing this action, that action. No, beta, I can't see properly. Now, where was her attention? Not on the book. It was on the vision. But when we are lost in the objective world, all our faculties are covered. When we are lost in the babying of our own sense organs, mind is covered. I like it very much, but it is not good for your health. No, little bit anti. Then mind. Mind covers the intellect. We are functioning under the influence of likes and dislikes, which are seated in the mind. then what is right and wrong is not the criteria. I like, I'll do it. But it is wrong for you. Who are you to tell me? See, friends. So the mind covers the intellect. The intellect covers the consciousness or the life. In this manner, these are the various covers. Like in the laptop, if you open 4 5 windows, they are different layers. Layer 1, one window, layer 2, second window, layer 3, third window. And whichever window is activated, on that only you can work. Other windows are seen, but you can't work on them. Exactly the same way. We are a layer like the computers. Now, which window is activated? If it is the objective window activated, we are lost in the object. If in the sense organ window activated, we are lost there. Mind window, we are emotional. Intellect window, we are arrogant. See, friends, when we are able to thus recognize, and with that recognition you start living, then you will be living in meditation. See? Therefore, Madhyanadi, Madhya Samstha, Visa Sutra, Bharupaya, Dhyatantar, Vyomaya, Devya, Taya, Deva Prakashate. Thus, you come back to your own being. And once you get this knack, friends, spiritual life is a knack. It is not a military drill. Like swimming is a knack. Once somewhere, me, my friend, his wife and his child, small child, maybe about 2 years, we went for swimming in a swimming pool. So I got into the pool. His wife got into the pool. That 2 years child, he got into the pool. I said, hey, Mahatma ji, come. So he was, Swami, he cannot swim. I said, तुम्हारा बच्चा so he is swimming. No, no, Swamiji, I don't know. I can't swim. I tried my best. Now you imagine, how can you teach swimming to somebody who cannot learn? I said, look at your child, 2 years, but he is able to swim. In the same manner, be happy. How to be happy? But be miserable. Okay, continue. You can't teach anybody to be happy. You cannot teach anybody to do meditation. You have to discover. Same way, come to discover your own divine nature. It can't be told, it can't be given. You have to discover. Thus, Dhyatantar Vyomaya Devya Taya Deva Prakashate. This knack has to be discovered. Now, Kararuddha Durgastrena Brumeda Dvara Rodhana Drushte Bindu Kramalline Tanmadde Paramastiti. You must have seen this. All our faculties are on the face. So close all the doors. The technique is given. Thumbs put in your ears and with this tarjani, the index finger close the eyes, and with the middle finger close the nose, and with the lower two fingers, Anamika and Kanishta, then close your lips and don't hear, don't see anything because you are close to everything. So, Kararuddha Durgastrena Bhrubheda Dvara Rodhanat. Thus you have closed all your doors and then Drushte Bindau Kramalline. Then when you are pressing your eyeball with this, they slowly press on that. Then what will happen? Kramalline Tanmadde Paramastiti. Then there will be a kind of a small dot of light will appear. You can, when you press it, some dot comes. Now, let that dot slowly dissolve, follow that dot, and it disappears. This is only a support. The support you must have seen. Today I was sitting in our place where I was sitting, outside, nice place, and very cool breeze was flowing. And there is, that air bell which moves with the air. So, slowly the breeze came and turn. Follow that sound till it dies. Sound is given importance, heard by the ears, and when you slowly follow the death of the sound, what happens? The ears dissolve in the mind. This is the technique. Similarly, the light. So this is just artificially created, and then you see that the light dissolves, whatever you imagine, light dissolves in your heart. And slowly the light appeared, stayed for some time, disappeared. But you are still the same. What we see outside is done inside. In other words, start from something present to end that thing absent. And then we come to discover that which is supporting the presence and absence of anything in this world is beyond presence and absence. So waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes. So waking present, waking absent. Dream present, dream absent. Deep sleep present, deep sleep absent. Samadhi present, samadhi absent. We are the same. Sound present, sound absent. So when we hear the sound, nothing is added. When there is no sound, nothing is lost. So many of us in this hall, there is no burden for the light. When we all leave, there is no loss for the light. From the light, come to yourself. I am seeing you sitting here. There is no burden for my eyes. If another 5,000 come and sit in front of me, oh God, so many people to see, my eyes will be tired. No. If you all of you disappear, no loss. What is the rule? The illuminator doesn't get influenced by what is illumined. Prakashak doesn't get influenced by Prakashit. And you know the best part? This is not a gain. It is a loss. Everything is lost. You lose the sounds, you lose the silence. Then you come back to yourself. Because you only supported both the sound and the silence. And unless both of them are lost, you can't reach yourself. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is, the real attainment is not gaining anything in life, but the ability to lose everything cheerfully, happily, and willingly. We have to practice this. Nobody can do it for us. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.